and how to lead things, and it becomes more natural. I think she's going to be the rock star. So I'm excited.
Cool.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope she's excited.
Yeah. No, it's usually, you have to be able to struggle. I said the first 90 days, you guys are going to stretch yourself. You're going to have to experience pain. You're going to question if you can do this or not. And I know that she had experienced a little bit of that. So, Eric, hopefully you picked up some things from Mark's session too, with nurturing, and we definitely worked on tonality. So in this group, guys, like we're in the foundations group. Like we're just in the A, B, C's, building the foundation before we can set the walls up. But we really get into the psychology and NLP and some of the advanced stuff on the back end of this program. It's actually after the internet site, because you guys come in the middle of these modules as they're just spinning. But Eric, we had to work on your tonality. We had to work on getting you away from being just wooden and laconic and monotone and all that stuff. Even as I hear you on the phone right now, you seem enthusiastic, energized, and you seem somewhat excited. Like, have you been carrying that energy at your listing appointments and on the phones for the most part?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I do fairly well on the actual listing point. The feedback, even if I don't get a listing, I ask for feedback, and I think it's more on the phone. Just, I was definitely more shy on the phone and not as confident.
Right. Love it. You're with Commissions Inc., right? So most of your leads you're generating are from Inc., right?
Yeah, a lot of our buyer leads come from Commissions Inc.
All right. So how's David been with prospecting with them? I told you, I don't know if he's on here or not, but I told you to fire that guy about 6 months ago when I started working with you.
Right.
Before you went out of town, you finally said, I'm going to have to get rid of him if things don't change when I get back in town. Now you're back in town. Where are we at?
Well, Dave's been gone. He's part of my camp, so he's been gone this whole time. And he gets back into town today. I know Friday he's got a listing appointment. So, I'm early next week. He and I are gonna, we're gonna have a meeting and really, obviously things are gonna have to change pretty dramatically for him to stay. And I mentioned that I was talking to, before I left, I had talked to somebody about joining our team, and we're meeting early this week to see if, she's her one concern is obviously, she's going from paying a full, getting full commission to it would be a half commission. So, for me, I've got to show her that, even though this is all new and our team, this model, that there's going to be enough appointments to really make it worth her time.
Right.
And
100%. Yeah.
100% of not much is a lot less than 50% of quite a bit.
Right. And we pay our buyer agents 45%. We even charge them a $95 transaction fee if they don't collect the transaction fee that I'm going to get into in a minute with our whole buyer packet. Also, we take a franchise fee off the top. We own our brokerage of 6%. It comes off the top before we split. And I have 25 buyer agents, and they're happy with that because value unarticulated is value unappreciated. And I will tell you, broke-ass agents chase splits, and successful agents focus on net. Like, how much money am I netting at the end of the year? I don't care what the split is. I don't care if you pay me 10%, 20%. If you can show me a way to have a work-life balance and I can make six figures, right? Something like that. It's just it's one of these things that you're just now getting into the team model. You're just now starting to believe in yourself, assemble and attract like-minded people or other professionals around you. So if you feel like you also want to leverage me for an interview or a private call between the two of you guys, I'd be more than happy to facilitate that with you. I want to move on pretty quickly. Take advantage of that, Eric, because we need to recruit. You have a high C personality. You're a perfectionist, and I know you like to do things in the right order. And I'm always on your ass about this. But I want to make sure we're just not getting ready to get ready, but we're actually doing things and keeping it moving forward. And the first step over the months you've spent with me was getting Sarah and getting her up and going. So, Sarah, keep working hard, keep hustling. I love the progress, even though your audio is a little shaky today. And keep double dipping with Mark and I, and we'll get you really exploding and expanding with Eric. But Eric, let's get some more agents in here, because David, he can correct behaviors, he can correct activities for a short time period, but then he resorts back to his old habits, and it's not going to help you grow your business, and he's just a bottom feeder. And it's just unfortunate, but you have to be able to let people go. If they're bad for culture, not producing, I've talked about letting a guy go that had 14 pinned it before because he wasn't bad for culture. You have to protect your vision, you have to protect your culture, and you have to be able to attract like-minded people into your business, but you do have to be able to articulate and show them value, and the business has to serve, or the team model has to serve more than one person. It just can't serve Eric. It's got to serve multiple people.
I understand.
All right, brother, you got anything else for me? I got one last question for you.
Yeah.
So you was getting beat out by people with 5%. You're in a 6% market. We're in a 6% market, 6% apples, whatever. Not supposed to get into commissions, splits, but we have a flexible commission rate that you guys hear us pitch, and we don't flex down. We flex up, and we get 7% in our market. That's a 6% market all the time. And you were struggling with people coming in and undercutting you at 5%. I sent you our average 6% package, and then also I sent you our platinum package on the 7%. Now, I don't care if you want to use that or 5 or 6 or make that optimized to your market. How do you feel? How do you feel that implementation has been coming along for you?
Well, there hasn't been implementation because that was, I mean, you just sent it to me, and then I pretty much left town. So I opened it. I think it was just one page of it compared the two. I don't think there was a full package with it. But
yeah, there's no package.
Okay, it's definitely something that I'd like to add to my like my pre-listing pack, and so they can see that.
Right. So I'll pull it up and show the group what we're talking about real quick, since we talked about it, and we can cover it another time, or I can take questions now. How long was you out of town, man? Out in the desert, sitting on sand for what, a month? How long was you gone for, brother? Seems like a long time.
No, I was actually this time only gone for about a week. I left last Thursday, and I just got back. But the whole, we're usually down there for 12 days, but then the whole getting ready, and it's a huge endeavor, and work kind of comes to a grinding halt right before. So that's why Dave's basically he's been gone for 2 weeks, but then almost the week before that was all the prep work involved.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I'm on my phone. I could walk over to my computer.
Hey, can anybody else see my screen? Yay, nay?
Yay.
Okay. Yay. All right. So, guys, we collect I guess we call it a gold and a platinum. We have a minimum fee of $5,000 that we're going to charge, and it don't matter. We're in a 3 months ago, I let him into the beta program. I had a rainmaker call me, and he's like, I didn't know you guys was a discount company, and you're teaching my ISA about flexible commission, and I'm not lowering my rate. And he just exploded on me. I said, I don't know how you value yourself, which, I agree with you. We shouldn't be dropping our rates. You should be raising, adding value, raising and charging more. I said the flexible commission is to be able to position yourself to let them know they have options. People love options. Why do you think we have Pepsi, and why do you think we have Coke? Because it's the same shit, but people like an option, right? So if in their mind there's something flexible, and how we pitch this is ISAs don't get into the 6% or 7% over the phone. What we do is tell them we do have a flexible commission, which, Sorry, guys. We have the flexible commission. We have our worry-free listing service, and you'll be able to pick whichever program that you would like to go in. And then they're going to say, well, what are you going to charge me? What is that? Is that 5%, 4%, 6%, whatever? And just say, I'm not the expert. They just stick me in the corner over here with the phone. I work in the client care department. The cool thing is, one of the things I can tell you is, if we have your home listed and you do sell it yourself and you find the buyer, we'll charge you a 1% fee. Now, that's definitely fair enough, right? You're not going to get into the $1,500 minimum. You're not going to get into the $3,000 minimum on the gold or platinum, and you're not going to get into the 6-7%. We never really do the 4% or 5%, simply because our listing agents focus on listings and our buyer agents focus on buyers. So our listing agents are rarely selling their home. But I did want to work with Eric. You guys can see on the right where he can start adding more value. I don't know how he's articulating his value, what value he has right now in terms of what he's offering. But the 7% professional staging, we built a relationship with. Hold on, we got some feedback here, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. We had somebody new jump on, and all right. Jan must be getting in her car coming to call night. I could hear her getting in her car. She's unmuted. Anyways, guys, I didn't want to get into the flexible commission structure today, but I am going to cover our buyer packet. You guys have been asking about our USPs and just structurally how that's set up. I did want to touch on this because I did bring it up to Eric, and some of you guys have missed the last couple months of training with our FSBOs, expireds. These are some of our unique selling propositions that we're selling. And to touch on some of our unique selling propositions, we have an 89-point marketing plan. We have 89 different ways to position your product. All right, guys. So they come out, they put the big fancy sign in the yard, they upload it into MLS, and then they just kick back with their feet on the desk. That's not the way that we do business. That's reactive. We are proactive, and you do want a proactive agent working on your behalf, right? Right. And then usually they'll ask, well, what is in the 89-point marketing plan? And just let them know, I'd love to go over all that with you, but I'm not the expert. Now, it looks like Greg Yoakum will have time at 3 o'clock tomorrow to come out and go over all that stuff with you, no obligation. Is that going to be a good time for us to meet for a few minutes? Okay. So the 89-point marketing plan you guys hear us talk about. Also, on the listing side, I don't know what you believe in or what your rainmakers believe in, but Select Homes is so confident in what we do. We have a cancel anytime listing agreement. We have it on the buyer side that we'll get into as well. If you're not happy with us and we're not delivering on the marketing, the communication, and it's not living up to your needs, you can fire us. We'll shake hands. We'll walk away like adults. No strings attached. Now, that's definitely fair enough, right? When's normally a good time to meet? Mornings or afternoons? Okay? So you just have to be able to articulate this stuff, differentiate yourself, believe in it, sell in it, and then close, because everybody else is just calling them, hey, you're, as an expired, your home didn't sell. Are you still inquiring to get that sold? Or if I had a qualified buyer, are you willing to sell your home? Right? It's all the same cheesy stuff that we always hear. And if you could really call, be passionate, but have something tangible that's different that you're offering them, they're going to meet with you. People want to still get their home sold. They still have pain points. They still have goals. They still have things they want to achieve. It just has to be articulated well. And don't puke this stuff on them. As you guys hear our calls and how you guys have, the reason I'm revisiting some of this stuff is because we have so many new people that just started with us in the last week, and you're jumping in with a group that's been going for about 2 months. maybe 2.5 months. Okay, we show you how to use these as blue chips. Use them as negotiating pieces, not just working them into a script and puking. You know, we also have our worry-free, no-obligation marketing plan that's going to work week in and week out without fail. Is that going to be worth a few minutes of your time to see how this could work for you? Well, what is a worry-free marketing plan? Tell me more about that. Well, I can tell you we offer a flexible fee structure. It's kind of cool. Our expert listing agent will be able to go over all of that with you. But what I can tell you is, and don't tell them I told you this, but what I can tell you is, if you find the buyer for your house after we have it listed, spent all these marketing dollars, and you sell it to somebody you find, we'll handle all your paperwork for only 1%. When's normally a good time where we could get together so we could show you how this could work for you and your family? Mornings or afternoons, right? So these are called unique selling propositions on the listing side that you guys have heard us talk about. And then this is a way where we flex up, not flex down, because we believe in adding value and charging more. People want to be taken care of. People want to pay for service. Not everybody's looking for the cheapest way out, but you have to be able to deliver. You have to be able to execute to charge that. You just can't charge a 7% if you're not doing anything different. As you guys see, we also charge transaction fees, and we'll get into that on the buyer side. I don't want you guys, as an ISA, getting into too much of it, but you ISAs are probably going to see it on there if you're not familiar with it and have questions. If you're running a team, it's a processing fee. Dennis said I'd love to have a copy of this. So you guys can just see the difference between a gold and platinum package, right? Okay. I'm gonna unmute everybody. I'm gonna take some questions on this for a few minutes before we move on.
Now, those that get and to whore themselves out and give everything away for free, feels like you're taking advantage of the client. It really depends on what you're worth and what your time value is, and what your knowledge and the time that you spend in this business is worth.
Hey Shane, Shane, are you coaching the class now, brother?
I am. I'm little Adam Bailey. Why you got me unmuted?
He said I'm a little Adam. He said I'm a little Adam Bailey, man. I love it. Because I was taking questions. Hey, I love how you're filling in the blanks or reiterating or justifying what we got going on over here.
Listen, everybody's on all different. I've got to make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music. I got some guys over here on apps and playing video games. You gotta make sure everybody's aligned. All of our visions and values are aligned.
No, man, I love it. I unmuted everybody real quick to see if anybody has any questions about the worry-free listing addendum that I just showed on the screen.
I guess we're good.
Any questions?
Donnie, got a question? I do not. Okay, Donna's good.
All right. Now, you guys need to get with your Rainmaker and collaborate. I'm not telling you we got the surefire best unique selling propositions, or it even stands for your company's core values or the vision, mission statement, or whatever you're looking to accomplish, or even what you're looking to offer. This is just what we offer, and this is how we differentiate ourselves as Select Homes. The whole idea here is showing you guys this is so you guys can create your own value. And ways to start thinking of differentiating yourself and look at what your competition has and then do something different, or one-up it, add one more thing than they got, two more things than they offer. I'm not looking for you guys to copy and paste by any means. It's took Mike Gerbic and a whole team of us to get to this point in terms of what we offer, what we believe in, what's cost effective for us, and so on. Okay, so just start thinking in terms of what can I create to differentiate. All right, I'm going to mute everybody unless anybody got any more questions. Pretty simple. Keep it moving. All right, everybody's muted again. We're going to keep this party going. That's funny, man. I muted Shane, and he's over there ranting, man. He's like, I'm little Adam Bailey. I love it. Hopefully I get to meet you in person, Shane. I love the energy and the passion and the firepower over there. So hopefully we can connect. I know you're going to I think Zinc's conference, maybe I saw. I don't know. I thought you was. I'm going to be at Boomtown, and then the time you guys have that going on at Zinc, I'm coming back. I'm going to Recharge to Haas Pratt's event, so that's where I'll be. Okay, guys, I've dropped, you guys have been asking about our buyer packets. You've been asking about our buyer unique selling propositions. And I said, let's just wait till we get into the internet side of things. This is week 2 with the internet side. So I'm going to scroll through our buyer packet, and then I want to talk about our buyer unique selling propositions, and then how our ISAs are able to differentiate, sell our buyers, but what also, how our buyers are able to differentiate during the buyer consultation and get written commitments for 6 months, a year, 90 days, whatever it may be. Just pick on Ms. Jordan here. Okay. We've been coaching for 6 months, 7, 8 months now in this beta program. I've never showed our buyer packet. We just redid it. And I never sent it out, and I thought that since you guys have been asking for it, I'll scan through it real quick. But more importantly, I want to focus on unique selling propositions. You guys, some of your ISAs are actually working as a TC, a transaction coordinator or an event planner, or you're also working as what we call a listing a listing coordinator, and you guys are blurring the lines between the 3 departments, how we have them separated in terms of how we process, homes under contracts or new submitted listings. Our ISAs, all they focus on is inbound calls, processing qualified pre-approved appointments or listing appointments. And what you guys see with our screen sharing is literally what we do every single day. Shelly is the only one that does things a little bit different. She does exactly what you see her doing on Monday morning every single morning, and that's what she does up until about lunchtime, and then she comes back, and then she's also dealing with anything that needs to be dealt with on the management side, setting the management meetings, dealing with any one of her ISAs, and so her schedule is a little more structured throughout her day is a little more flexible versus our ISAs that come on, get on the phone for 3 hours, go to lunch, come back, get on the phone for 3 hours again, and that's it. This right here is what we process with our transactions department. It's a checklist for all of our buyer agents, and then also listing agents have a checklist like this as well. Something else that we sell as an ISA is our Raving Fans Club. So we have cool big moving trucks with graphics, designs on them that we pitch to our suspects and hopefully turn them into clients. Is one of our unique selling propositions is you're not going to have to be able to you're not going to pay to rent a truck. You're not going to have to pay U-Haul or find a friend with a trailer. All you're really going to have to do is probably buy some pizza and maybe some soda pop or beers, whatever you like, and we'll provide the truck for you at no cost. Also, you're going to be a lifetime Raving fan for us, and there's benefits for life with doing business. And we have free copy machines, faxing, notoriety service, document scanning. We got a margarita machine that you guys can rent out for your kids' birthday parties, adult parties, a chocolate fountain for events. You can use our conference rooms, and there's much more even in our Raving Fans Club. But just to be able to talk about them and let them know that from a business standpoint, you have a lot to offer them. You're not just looking for a transaction. We're looking for a lifetime relationship and a repeat customer, and then somebody that's going to be a huge fan of Select Homes and spread the word. I put something in the Inside Sales group today. You can keep spending a lot of money on marketing, you're going to convert people. You're going to find people to help. But the cost-effective way is if you could turn about 100 to 150 raving fans into your soldiers and people that's spreading your services and the value that you offer and constantly selling you, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. The only thing is it's not predictable unless you're tracking that, you're giving out tickets to ball games, you're doing things and loving on your raving fans. And we're about a year into getting a lot of this stuff set up on our end, and the next part for us is even making it measurable and tracking it in terms of how we're taking our agents and marketing them to their sphere or their raving fans, and then tracking the referrals that are coming back in. But if any of you guys follow Michael Mayer, 7 levels of communication and just his whole movement over there, we've really been pushing it with our team. It's just not about getting referrals, it's about receiving referrals. And you help enough people, Zig Ziglar quote, you help enough people achieve what they want, you're going to be taken care of. So also building a vendors list that you can talk about to your suspects or prospects over the phone, whether it's a vendor list, a utilities list, whatever. Have something to offer them, and then constantly connecting people, and then once they purchase from you and you're still giving them referrals, they're going to be out there selling you because they want to keep their referrals coming. So look to start building raving fans and a club. Also the buyer transactions sheet, we've went through this. Oh no, we haven't went through this. On the seller side, you guys have saw our listings questionnaire and how we get our fair market analysis started. The people that's been with us a couple of months, some of you others that haven't been with us that long, that sheet is in your Dropbox, and it has listing questionnaire, select homes coaching on it, and all that stuff, so you guys can use it for your business and don't have select homes on it. Just wanted to show you some of the stuff today. The Buyer Advantage program is right here. So I even had a new ISA I was working with, when was it, Deborah? She's leaked in last night, Monday. When was that? I can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. Let me unmute you. Let me send you your audio pin. All right, I sent you your audio pin. You're going to have to accept it. I sent you your audio pin. We have another ISA trying to help her out, guys. Sorry. Deborah said you were that cool, Dad. Mark said I use the margarita machine for all my kids' parties. Sarah, I meant chocolate fountain, but the margarita machine came out of my mouth. But yeah, we have the margarita machine for adult parties, and then the chocolate fountain for the kid parties, guys. Nope, can't hear you. Okay, so anyways, I wanted to ask her some questions. So it was, I don't know, it was about 7 o'clock on Monday night or the other night, and she's getting a lot of people that's wanting to wait till fall to spring, or wait until spring to take action. So we're about to roll into fall. A lot of people are going to wait until they feel like inventory comes back, and just sit through the fall in wintertime. And really, this is the time we really have to sharpen our saw and become a hell of a lot better at articulating and influencing other people with our skill set and understanding their needs and what they're looking to accomplish, and really listening to what they are looking to accomplish, but being able to echo that back to them with solutions, and then being able to talk about the pain points and really digging deep. What happens if you don't move? How much more is that going to cost you? Whatever the situation may be. And it's even, we're starting to having to focus on that with our team, which just, converting these appointments, going through the structure of the call and the dialogue, they're getting more reluctance than they're used to, just because we're having a season shift. And it's about to get hard for everybody. It's about to get hard for our agents. It's about to get hard for our ISAs. And in our full team meeting yesterday, I challenged all of our agents to make a commitment to make more calls, to spend a little more time in the office, because the low-hanging fruit and the cherry picking is about to come to a halt. So to earn the same amount of money that you had earned as an ISA or an agent in the summertime, you're going to have to exert that much more energy, almost double, just to maintain the same level of income. And really, we see who has a solid business practice, who's been working on their intro, their offer, their benefit value, who's really been getting their attention, holding their interest, practicing on invoking their desire off their needs, wants, and desire, pain points, pleasure points, and then who's closing, who's influencing people, not just taking orders. And as we move into the fourth quarter, even with our ISAs, it's going to be interesting watching a lot of you guys develop out, and a lot of you guys experience a little bit of pain to sharpen that saw, to be able to operate at 100 appointments a month, 80 appointments a month, similar to the appointments that we set around here with our team, unless you're like Dennis and can get it done with 2 people. But we also hold our agents to prospecting and have a prospecting team, so they're also setting a majority of their buyer appointments as well. So on the Buyer Advantage program, the number one advantage of doing business with our team as an ISA is we used to call this the love it or leave it guarantee. We'll sell it for free. So if any reason you're not absolutely in love with your home within the first 12 months, we'll sell it for free on the listing side. That's definitely fair enough, right? Or when would be a good time where we could get together to see how this could work for you and your family? I know you're wanting to wait until spring of next year, but if I could show you the advantages of taking action now, and if I could show you how, if you're not absolutely in love with that house, and you could sell it within the next year, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to sit down with us to see how that could work for you, right? So these are ways to get them to take action. If there is pain, there is pleasure, but they don't want to be got. They don't want to miss a good deal. Everybody likes to buy stuff. As a culture, we love to buy stuff, but nobody loves to be sold or pushed into a house. And the love it or leave it guarantee that we'll sell it for free is an absolutely fantastic way to remove all of the risk. That's all they want you to do, is remove risk for them. So for any reason, if you need to sell your home within the first 12 months, we'll sell it for free. Obviously, this is something that a rainmaker has to believe in and has to sign off on. And usually the lead ISA or the owner would need to take a hit if somebody needs to sell within 12 months. It used to be 6 months for us. The love it or leave it guarantee used to be 6 months. Back when I was helping a guy by the name of Grant Farha sign papers, I was like damn near doing listing presentations over the phone besides comps, and he was just showing up getting paperwork signed. And I was joking with him one day, and him and I had great chemistry going on at one point in time. And I told him, you might as well just drive up to the house, and I'll tell them to honk the horn, and they'll just carry out a signed listing packet to you, and then that's how we'll start to do business. So, but in all seriousness, don't get caught up in the details, guys. You need to sell bulletin points. You need to sell the advantages and the benefits of taking action within your unique selling propositions or any type of program that you create. But it's as simple as, one of the things that we offer you is if you absolutely don't love your house and you think you find something better next spring, we'll sell your house for free. Now, that's definitely fair enough just to come in, sit down with one of our expert specialists on the buyer side of the business just to see how we can start this relationship, right? Just something like that. Free moving trucks, we talked about that. We have 3 moving trucks. Talked about the Raving Fans program, power washers, margarita machines for kids' birthdays, right, or adults, whatever, chairs, ladders, tables, party supplies, you name it. Whenever you have a little bit of free cash, go out and purchase some stuff. Just start building a Raving Fans club where people can start utilizing stuff. And then what one of our client care coordinators, has been able to do is she starts networking with charity events, and we start offering the things and our resources that we have available just to start building a relationship with them, so the people within that group would start to become believers in select homes, and we're giving back to our community. We're helping people out. We're offering stuff at no charge, and we're just giving. And in turn, we're not asking for anything, but eventually we start to get referrals, and the phone will start to ring. People can come in and use our copy machine, our ink, our paper, our meeting rooms, whatever it may be, at no cost. We just open up our operations. The home warranty is if we're unable to negotiate this with the sellers, we're going to buy you a home warranty. The company and the agent split this, and this goes back to you got to get on the same page with your team lead, your rainmaker, and figure out what makes sense out of spending some of these dollars. Some of our agents don't like selling this 100%, but they get it, and they're doing the right thing for their client, because as we get into the offer, when I talk about intro, offer, benefit, value, being able to close, what are some of the unique selling propositions personally that I sell myself or sell within optimizing that closing paragraph that we're going to get into in a few weeks. Some people has been with me a long time, or even just a couple of months, understands I have a paragraph how I close people, but it's optimized to what they're trying to accomplish, what their goals are, what their pain points are, what their pleasure points are, but also you have to tie tangible things into it. In a generic way that I could put this is super generic, but even if you started using this generic paragraph right here, you're going to start making money, setting more appointments, and as we move through the advanced stuff together and you understand the psychology and really how to take pieces of keywords that people are saying to you and plug these in to fill in the blanks, you're going to make a lot more money because it's optimized, it's more sincere, and you're really connecting with these people. But one of the things that I do is work with first-time homeowners just like yourself. So if I could show you how to make sure the contracts attempted to be weighted in your favor, attempt to get your closing costs paid for, and get you a home warranty without a doubt, is that going to be worth a few minutes of your time to see how this could work for you? Right? How can they say no to that, right? They can, but you just offered a lot of value. One of the things that I do is help people relocate into the Mays School District, and I know that you're really looking to get your home on the market and relocate into the Mays School District. So if I could honestly show you how to get your home sold the fastest for the most amount of money, is that going to be worth a few minutes of your time to see how this could work for you so you could relocate into the Mays School District? Okay. One of the things that I do is help first-time home buyers, or let's just another example. One of the things I do is help. We have a military base down the street from our East Side office. So we have a lot of VA loan talk, and people are always looking for specialists. And one of the things you need to be is a specialist and optimize to whatever people are looking to accomplish, whether it's relocating into a neighborhood, school district, selling a home, but you have to be a specialist in it, but tell them you're a specialist. Everybody wants to work with a specialist, an expert, somebody of authority, knowledgeable people. One of the things that we do is we specialize in VA loans and relocating people into neighborhoods that are coming to Wichita that are in the military. So anyways, I know I've been on the phone with you for a few minutes, so if I could honestly show you how to secure a VA loan, make sure the contract's weighted in your favor, attempt to get your closing costs paid for, and make sure you got a home warranty, is that going to be worth a few minutes of your time to come in, sit down with me, go over all this, no obligation, to see how this could work for you and your family, sir? Great. Mornings or afternoons? Okay. Cancel anytime guarantee. So, Jane, can everybody else hear me? Yeah, can everybody else hear me? Okay. Gosh, I just feel like I'm over here talking to myself. Normally I got a lot more of interaction, and today I've got a lot of stuff to cover, guys. So these USPs I wanted to touch on, but also most people.
We can hear you.
Mark, all right, thanks, buddy. But plus a lot of people sell USPs as bulletin points. Mark, you want to mute yourself? Thanks, buddy. A lot of people sell unique selling propositions as bulletin points. And let me give you an example. If you don't have passion and you don't believe in your unique selling propositions and you cannot articulate them, they're not going to work, okay? Because you can sell features, you can sell bulletin points or talk about them, but it's not selling them, and you're not articulating the benefits of the features. People don't want you to just pump features on them. They want to know the benefits of those, and that's what you have to talk about. Because even as a new ISA, if you create unique selling propositions, even new ISAs that come in here, they're like, so we have a love it or leave it guarantee program. We'll sell your home for you if you don't like your home within 12 months. We also have a flexible commission. Like, there's a difference in telling people, like, you can cancel at any time. If somebody hires one of our buyer agents and they hire them for 6 months and our buyer agents aren't living up to the communication, answering their phone, customizing their website, which they have a whole damn resource center behind them, so they shouldn't be canceling because we're their safety net, but that's something else. But if you just tell people, oh, you can cancel at any time, that's kind of right. You're not selling it, right? You're not believing in it. You can cancel at any time with me. If I'm not living up to the communication, I'm not showing you homes. If you want to see homes at 8 o'clock in the morning, because I am telling you that I'll show homes from 8 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, because I have a showing partner, and if we're double booked, I'll get out and do that. If I'm not delivering on all of this, Mr. Buyer, fire me, okay? I promise you we'll shake hands. We can walk away like adults, no strings attached. Is that fair enough? Right? I believe that he's not going to fire me because I believe in my work ethic. I believe in my unique selling propositions that my company has to offer, but then also I believe in my own character and my own personal unique selling propositions over and above what the company has to offer. I promise I'm going to return emails. I promise you I'll return your texts. I promise you I'll show you homes Sunday morning if you want to see them. I will make sure that gets done because personally, That's one of my own unique selling propositions with running a showing partner or running small teams within a team, and we can get into some of that stuff. But believe in your unique selling propositions. Whatever you guys create, get your whole company and everybody on the same page and make it part of just your whole core purpose and what you guys stand for in terms of what you have to offer to your community. All right? Home Hunter Services, it's pretty simple. You guys use Zinc, Real Geeks, Boomtown, whatever else. You guys know I'm not partial to anything out there. You need to actually add value to the emails that they're getting. I know everybody's starting to get all the emails of technology now, but you need to be able to coin a phrase and make sure that these emails are relevant. A home hunter service. If you guys have Boomtown, just don't call them e-alerts. That's what Boomtown calls them on the back end. Or if you're not, if you have any other platform, whatever that platform calls them, unless there's a cool, catchy name that somebody's came up with in a forum or something, don't use whatever the technology company calls them. Like, come up with a coin phrase, kind of cool and catchy, and then attach value to it. It's a backstage access to MLS, not just with our company and our listings, but I'm able to hack into legally every single listing with every single company in this area that meets your requirement. And the cool part is about our program is it refreshes every 15 minutes, because I'd hate for you to miss a good deal, right? It's already happened to you twice. You've told me about this because you didn't commit to an agent yet, and the house we're looking at online has already sold. I work here in our client care department. What I would like to be able to do, I'll set this up for you, and I'll get this customized, and it's absolutely free. What I'd like to do is invite you into the office so you can sit down with one of our expert agents so we can show you how we can have somebody working for you 24/7 and out there previewing properties. And if you want to see a home at 8 o'clock at night, you can call that agent, and if the seller will let us in, we'll get you in there, because we don't want to see you or your family miss another deal. Is that fair enough? Would you like to see how that works? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. The distressed seller program, sell your VA or VAs, sell your FSBO or FSBOs. So sell your for sale by or foreclosures. Sorry, guys. Sell your foreclosures or short sales. If you have an owner or somebody on your team that specializes in these, sell it. I can get you all the foreclosures, all the short sales. I can get you a list. I can get you on an email drip, very targeted and laser pointed to whatever you want to invest in, Mr. Investor or whomever. But I would just like to invite you into the office where we can get that set up for you for free. Okay? You can articulate it a little better than that, and so can I, but you get the point. Start selling this stuff. Customized loan programs. This is easy stuff if you listen to my team prospect. Anybody that's followed me for a while, been part of the Just Do It Club movement, you understand I'm big on processing pre-approved appointments to our agents. And so we're extracting Social Security numbers, and we're getting them with a qualified buyer, and we can show homes at any time with our team of full agents. And it doesn't matter if it's for sale by owners, vacant land, new construction, whatever it may be. And even though you're pre-approved with us, it's still no obligation, but at least you know your credit score for free, your debt to income ratio, and then we can get out and look at homes 24/7 as long as the seller will let us in. Okay. Strategic negotiating advantages. We sold 952 homes last year. Each agent on our team averages 40 deals. We have some agents doing 70 to 90 deals year in, year out, without fail. They have just more experience, and they're more savvier to make sure that contract's weighted in your favor, that we're going to get your closing costs paid for as a buyer, make sure that home warranty is secured, and all that stuff. Now, when's normally a good time where you can come in, sit down with us? We can explain all of this to you, no obligation, to see how this could start working for you next week, mornings or afternoons. Okay. Now, I'm not going to get into the compensation part of this, but we do have a $2,500 minimum fee. We are in a price range of $125, so we do have to protect our agents' time, the Select Homes investments in terms of processing with all the staff that we carry, and then also we charge a $295 transaction fee here at Select Homes. So that is the gist of the unique selling. Excuse me. That's the gist of the unique selling propositions on the buy side. So we're just moving into this internet movement in terms of structure of a call, how to articulate and sell buyer agents, how to close for pre-approval attempts, set up buyer appointments, all that fun stuff. What I'm telling you as rainmakers and ISAs on here, you're going to need something to sell other than bullshit. And that's as blunt as I could be. I talk with a handful of rainmakers, and they don't understand why their ISAs can't convert. And they can't convert like us or other people across the nation. And the difference is they give them ammo, they give them tools, they give them something to sell other than a name and a brand and a service that is a commodity that they can get from probably 7, 8 people in that city. Every other 7, 8 people, like if you're in Arizona, 1 out of 8 people has a real estate license. So how do you differentiate yourself? I got a buddy, I got a friend, I got a mom, I got a cousin. I actually met somebody at the bar the other night. Whatever it may be, you're going to have to differentiate yourself, add so much value that they at least talk to you. All right? At least talk to your agents. That's your job as ISAs, is to get your agents in front of qualified appointments, and then it's up to your agents to be able to close that business. And past that, it's up to a rainmaker, team lead, to hold them accountable, coach them, develop them, and really push them to be closing the business that the company's paying for to help generate. It's been a while since we really broke this down, but Mike and I was in the conference room a couple years ago, and with ISA labor, lead cost, all that stuff, every appointment that we had generated cost the company, I think it was close to like $295, $285. And if you got listing agents or buyer agents that don't get up on a Saturday morning because they're hungover, or it's at 6, 7 o'clock at night, so they try to reschedule, and then that person is disgruntled even though they're pre-approved. They call another agent. They're like, hey, I'm pre-approved. This agent blew me off or rescheduled. I had a sense of urgency, and I was ready to get in this house and see it now. I jumped through all their hoops. They even got me pre-approved, and now this agent does this to me. Can you help me? And you will lose business like that. So your agents need to understand there's a cost and it's not just a lead, but there's a dollar attached to that, and it's costing real money to convert these people and make sure that everybody's pulling in the same direction and they're on the same page with quality. Because if you don't overcome your quality issue as an ISA with buyer appointments, listing appointments, then your agents aren't going to want to take them. I've been there and done that. At one point in time, I had selling agents on our team tell me, I don't want appointments. I don't want that lead flow. I want to decline them. And it wasn't optional at that time, but we've been there before. But we're going on 5 years of figuring this out, and we've had to test and test and test. And I promise you get your quality in check, your agents will be begging for more appointments, not wanting to decline them. But the quality metric has to be there. All right, guys, we're up against 3:30. I told you I was going to run it up to 3:30. Other than that, it's just contract, blah, 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 just other stuff, home inspections. Just you guys know how your buyer packets are set up. But the reason I wanted to just pull ours up is simply because I wanted to touch on unique selling propositions. Start to think of how you can build a gun and build bullets and ammunition, and how are you going to differentiate yourself from the enemy, if you will, and go to war and just do it. So I'm going to open up the lines here. I'm going to take some questions, and then we're going to shut this thing down for about an hour and a half before we get live and direct with call night. All right, so anybody got questions? Everybody's got it figured out?
Absolutely, man. We got it figured out.
All right, Shane, you doing stuff like this already?
We're doing some similar programs, not to this extent, but crawl before you walk. We're retraining a lot of agents in an old mindset, and training new agents in a correct mindset.
All right. Hey, what's up? We got Chris on here. So, Chris, you want to unmute yourself?
Got it.
All right, Shane, man, I'm going to mute you back, brother. Hey, what's going on, Chris? I got a lot of feedback from you, brother.
Want me to shut it off?
Is this Chris Painter, or is this somebody with Shane's team?
This was Shane's team.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was Chris Painter, another Rainmaker we have. I thought he hopped on here. Hey, I didn't mean to call you out, Chris. You're probably like, why is he picking on me? How does he even know who the hell I am? Anyways, you got anything for me, Chris? Since I have you here, we just got another Rainmaker named Chris, and I thought he'd be on here.
Well, that makes two of them.
Hell, you're a Rainmaker too.
All right, guys. All right, brother. Didn't mean to call you out. He's probably like, oh crap. Mark, you got anything to say about this? You killed it on your session. Hopefully, I brought the same type of heat today. And you got any final words for us?
It was a good effort by you, anyway.
Good effort.
No, man, I think that's important. I mean, the important part is, you're letting some people here see inside the into the inner world, man, and it's absolutely correct. You got to have something to sell. You got to have ammunition. And I said it on my call earlier today on the advanced group. There's a lot of Rainmakers on the call right now. They pay us, to teach what it is that we do.
On this call,
But what? You might want to mute yourself before you say something you don't want to. People pay a lot of money for us to train their ISAs or their buyer's agents or whoever that might be, but some of the best practices that got us to where we are, they don't want to implement them. What does that doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not saying you got to implement everything that we do, but at the very least, try some of the things that we're doing and then come back and tell me they don't work. Because the things the best practices that we have, they absolutely work. I ask you to try them, and if they're not working for you, get together with Adam or me, and we'll coach you up on how to get them done. So it worked today.
Like a boss. Anybody else got questions? Man, this group is still a little scary. Good thing I got Shane in here with some energy with me. Hey, log back in at 5 o'clock, guys. We'll check you guys later. Just do it. Thank you.